Cowboy Jim, thank you for tuning in. I hope it was intentional, and if it wasn't, I kind of hope you listen for a little short, tiny bit. And YouTube's always telling me, oh, they tell me what I can and cannot talk about. It's interesting, but they're telling me at the same time to ask people to subscribe if you'd be so kind, and so I do ask you to subscribe. I have had the privilege and the honor of seeing a lot of what is going on in Kiev. That's how I say it. It's how I grew up saying it. And I watch politicians pretend to be strong, stable, doing the best thing for their countries that they represent, for the peoples that they represent. That's more of a pretense than it is in the actual doing. But there are parties out there that do care. Biden, he, well, I respect Biden as much as I respect our own Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. That's not much. In what we are dealing with right now, right today, with Putin, there's a chance. I mean, I my quandary was how do you get the Stinger missiles and the other missiles and more small arms and ammunition? How do you get that into the Ukraine? Well, I guess the U.S. have enough independent thinking, smart military people. They'll get it figured out. I my desire is to live long. I mean, I already logged 72 years. I feel like I'm barely started. I have goals, ambitions in life that don't reflect my age that well. Do you know that there are people in the Ukraine and they have the one guy I heard about was 80 years old and he was lined up at a police station to get his gun, and he was going to go fight for his grandchildren's right of life, right to live. And that beautiful, beautiful lady that had the three children on there, she just was asking, pleading for help. Ukraine's been pleading for help for some time. The pretense of politicians is to give the impression that they're supporting one group when down deep in their heart they may well be praying for the other, the adversary. And the adversary is, in this instance, Putin believes that he's fulfilling his role in life. He believes that what he's doing is what he is supposed to do. And people have said, boy, he's changed. He looks crazy. I have great and grave concern for anyone suffering from mental health issues. I do. My particular family, I'm sure there have been those who wondered if we were suffering from mental health, but none of my family ever have that I'm aware of. And if they had, they certainly were not medically medicated. I mean, we just are simple Irish folk. And we look, we try to observe, we try to understand, and then we get busy and try to exact change. Biden down in the States, he's whining, bitching, and complaining about Putin. At the same time, he asks the Chinese Communist Party to help him dissuade Putin, not understanding that Putin's, yes, he is an adversary, but he's nothing like China. China's 10 times worse. At least China's going to do everything in their power to knock Taiwan off the map, take over the South Seas. Putin wants to take over Europe. Biden buys a third of the oil that he needs for the United States of America because the idiot, that would be Biden, the idiot closed down America's ability to be oil independent by shutting down our blessed Keystone Pipeline and curtailing all drilling on all federal lands. And now he's whining that he's out of fuel. Well, it's surprising that he even knows who he is, if he does. Just read off a teleprompter the prepared speeches by others who have a goal, and that is the new Green Deal. How many electric cars would it take to pull one load of product that the United States needs in order to stock their shelves, that we need to stock our shelves? It's lunacy. Biden, in his depth of depravity, in his extreme stupidity, could turn the oil men and women of North America free, loose, to drill, to finish the pipeline. The United States could, in less than a year, be totally energy independent. Trump, if he had had his way, he made the United States of America energy independent. He wanted to run a gas line over to Europe so that the NATO countries of Europe would not need to use Putin's oil and natural gas. And Biden, the abject, absolute idiot that he is, shut down our pipeline but gave Putin permission to complete his pipeline. That's idiocy, children. That's a double-sided, that's idiocy. But Biden, I doubt he even knows who he is. But those who write his stupid speeches, if they had a brain, they would start by having Biden read off the teleprompter that Biden was opening up the United States of America and, in essence, giving the people at Fort McMurray, Alberta. That's where I live. That's what we do. We are cleaning up the world's greatest known natural oil spill known to mankind. And we're making a buck at it. And we're trying to curtail the flow of oil when the banks of the river are heated this summer by the sun, and the oil pours right out of the banks of the river, the banks along the river, right into the river. Energy independent. Biden has that ability. Instead of whining and bitching and complaining, he could do something. All he has to do is everything Donald Trump was doing. People don't like Donald. I don't blame you. I respect him. Absolutely. Because what he said, he fulfilled. He did. A rare thing for a politician to do that. But Donald Trump isn't a politician. He's a businessman. That's what we need in government. More businessmen and women with guts to do what they say they're going to do. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to turn out over in Europe. I don't know if that little mama over there with the 3 babies that was interviewed this morning, I watched. Tears. Shoot. I don't know if she'll live through till tomorrow. I wished I were there, because I sure would be holding the gun and standing between that lady, her 3 children, and anyone who is trying to kill her. And they will. She's become a spokesperson. The Democratic Party down in the States collectively need to man up and need to process thought and need to open up the Keystone Pipeline and become energy independent. And then Biden wouldn't be over there by phone trying to kiss someone's ass in order to get oil for the United States of America. The United States of America, they need oil, but they don't need imported oil. They have their own. Donald Trump, he would have run a pipeline right over to the NATO countries so that they didn't have to kiss Putin's arse in order to heat their homes. Anyways, just a thought from an old Irish rancher. God bless you. Pray. Pray that someone will put something on the teleprompter that Biden can read. He won't even know what he's reading. But he has that innate ability to sound like as though he has some degree or level of authority. Can you imagine if Putin pulled the pin and sent a few nukes over here? Biden would be out in the yard watching them and saying, what the hell is that? I mean, you elect someone to power. Justin Trudeau up here, shameful. Biden down there, shameful. Some of the leaders over there in the NATO countries, shameful. What, they're starting to help Ukraine now? That's as bad as Obama saying, yes, we'll help you. And all Obama did was, I think he sent them some sleeping bags as well as Meals on Wheels. Come on, children. We need more than that. That's all horseshit. That's about all Biden can give you. I don't even think he knows who he is. Don't vote people into power unless they have the mental acuity to be worthy of it. Not because of the color of their skin or where they've been. Gee, come on. That's silly. God bless.